It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 81 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the point after.
On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They've just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
Wisnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The tackle by
that was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Second down and 8. Block now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Denver Broncos.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey clean throughout the game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsay. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 38, Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go, here we go. 120! Here we go. Shoot! 12, fellas, here we go. 1, Omaha.
first and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now Mostert. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game as we just saw there.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Tackled at the 46.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Some might say that he's got to look that in and absorb the contact, but even at his size, that's a tough throw to hold on to. And he was unable to on that attempt.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Good.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 66. Bullet.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
56.
From the 27, Locke. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, he will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
14-yard line.
Locke on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Here's Locke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Niners 7, Broncos 0.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
From the 16, Garoppolo. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And a 49er 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. Right 40, check, he's coming. 11.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He completes it to Nelson.
Garoppolo's pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
To the running game with Mostert. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
It's 2nd and 8.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. This is Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw it is Locke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
That's good.
Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 29 yards that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
For San Francisco.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Made at the 47.
2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Mostert. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. 20! And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Here's Mostert. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Here we go.
1st and goal, San Francisco.
Here's Mostert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Broncos, nothing.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a... Now Locke, he lost the football, it's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
The stop made by Jarrell Casey. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
The 15-yard line.
They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense trying to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Spencer on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time,
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return will stop right around the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Gold is good, and that one ups the lead to 22-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll go again with Lindsey. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And that will be incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
The tackle made back at the
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Block working out of the gun. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
3rd down.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Mostert hit and he drops the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll try it now with Mostert. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the gun, it's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
2nd down and
too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's 3rd down.
brings up 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Block on the give. It's Lindsey. Room here to run. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, 64 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Niners 22, Broncos 8. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Lock now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
You best be afraid of me. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check. 60.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. Lindsey going to try and run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Garoppolo looking to throw.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
22.